Listen to me right now. The world is filled with noise, chaos, and people who believe they can disrespect you without consequence. You feel it, don't you? The sting, the betrayal, the sharp edge of someone's words or actions that pierce you deeply. But what if I told you that the true power lies not in your response, but in your silence? That's right. Stay quiet after the disrespect. Let karma speak for you. You see, every action, every word, and every choice you make creates ripples in the universe. And when people try to drag you down, when they push your buttons, you don't need to react. You don't need to stoop to their level. That's what they want. They want you to fight, to argue, to prove a point. But real power, true mastery, it's in staying still, in letting go of the need for validation. When you don't respond, when you let karma step in, the universe takes care of the rest. Now, I know this isn't easy. Your heart races, your mind screams for justice. But what if I told you the greatest revenge is not in retaliation, but in your growth, your peace, your transformation? When you rise above the drama, when you refuse to sink into the mud with them, you unlock a power that no one can touch. So if you're ready to claim this power, if you're ready to step into a life where you control the energy you put out, where the universe, not your anger, does the work, smash that like button and subscribe right now. Let's take this journey together, because this is just the beginning. Stay quiet, let karma speak, and watch your life transform. Silence is power. Do you understand what that means? When the world around you is screaming for attention, for reaction, for validation, the most potent weapon you possess is to remain silent. The moment someone disrespects you, it feels like the world is trying to push you into a corner, to provoke you, to drag you into their chaos. But what if I told you that the moment you don't react, the moment you choose to remain calm, you are controlling the entire situation? Think about it. Disrespect is not a reflection of who you are. It's a reflection of who they are. It is their weakness, their insecurity, their lack of awareness. The disrespect that is thrown at you is not meant to define you, is meant to expose them. Yet the world has conditioned us to react, to defend, to fight back. But here's the truth. When you react, you play into their game. You lower yourself to their level. You let their negativity infiltrate your peace. The most powerful thing you can do is stay still, stay quiet, and let them unravel in their own confusion. When you remain silent in the face of disrespect, you are not weak, you are not submissive. You are showing that you have control over your emotions, that your peace is not for sale. You are showing the world that their words cannot shake you, that their actions cannot dictate your state of being, that no matter what they do, you are unwavering, unbreakable. Silence is not the absence of strength. It is the very presence of it. In that silence, there is a depth of power that words cannot touch. When you speak, you reveal your emotions, your vulnerabilities, your state of mind. But when you remain silent, you hold your power close to you, like a well-guarded secret. You allow them to reveal themselves, to expose their own flaws and insecurities, while you stand there calm and composed, untouched by their nonsense. They may try to rattle you to provoke a reaction, but in your silence, you create space, you create room for your own thoughts, your own clarity, and your own peace. The strength in silence is not about suppressing your feelings. It's about knowing that not every battle is worth engaging in. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. You don't need to explain your worth. Your worth is not determined by their opinion of you. Your value is not measured by how much you can defend yourself against disrespect. True strength lies in knowing when to engage and when to walk away. Silence forces them to confront their own actions. When they are disrespectful and you don't react, it throws them off balance. They are expecting you to retaliate, to defend yourself, to create a scene. But when you don't, they are left with nothing but their own thoughts. They are left with the realization that their attempt to provoke you has failed. And that failure, that feeling of impotence, will eat at them far more than anything you could have said in return. In silence, you are not just withholding your response, you are sending a message. You are telling them that their disrespect does not hold power over you. You are telling them that your peace is non-negotiable. You are showing them that they do not have the authority to dictate your emotions. And in that moment, you become untouchable. The world may try to convince you that reacting is a sign of strength, but in reality, it is often a sign of weakness. Reacting is giving in to the drama, to the chaos. It is allowing someone else's behavior to dictate how you feel. But silence is a declaration of sovereignty. It's a declaration that no one has the power to disturb your inner peace. When you stay silent, you assert control over your emotional state. You refuse to let their actions control your mind. We've been conditioned to believe that silence is passive, that it means we've lost. But silence is not the absence of action, it is the presence of mastery. It is knowing when to speak and when to remain still. It is choosing to protect your energy, to preserve your peace, instead of wasting it on things that don't serve you. The moment you let go of the need to react, You free yourself from the chains of negativity that others try to impose on you. Staying silent does not mean you are afraid. It does not mean you are weak. It means you are in control. It means you understand that your energy is precious and you will not waste it on petty conflicts. It means you are mature enough to recognize that not every insult needs a response, that not every disrespect needs to be addressed. It means you are wise enough to know that sometimes the best way to deal with negativity is to rise above it, to let it fade away without giving it the power to disturb your equilibrium. In that silence, you are becoming something greater. You are becoming someone who is no longer moved by the opinions of others. You are becoming someone who understands that respect is earned, not demanded. You are becoming someone who can stand tall no matter how much the world tries to tear you down. You are becoming someone who knows that real power doesn't come from loud words or fiery arguments. It comes from the quiet confidence that no one can shake. And as you stand in that silence, you realize something profound. When you refuse to react, you are not just protecting yourself from negativity, you are creating space for your own growth. You are choosing not to let the poison of others seep into your life. Instead, you are focusing on your own path, your own evolution, your own peace, and that is where the true power lies. So next time someone disrespects you, remember this. Your silence is your greatest strength. It is your weapon. It is your shield. It is the way you take back control of your emotions, your energy, and your life. Let them speak their disrespect. Let them throw their negativity at you. But know this, you don't need to fight back. Because in the silence, you will always win. Karma will always deliver justice, even when you don't. You don't need to chase it, you don't need to demand it, and you certainly don't need to be the one to exact it. The universe has a way of balancing things, a way of ensuring that every action, every word, and every intention comes full circle. What goes around will always come back around, even if it doesn't happen immediately. Trust that karma has its own timing and its own method of dealing with those who wrong you. When people disrespect you and they hurt you, they think they are getting away with it, but what they don't realize is that they are sowing seeds for their own downfall. They are planting their own destruction with every unkind word and every hurtful action. You do not need to waste your energy on seeking revenge or trying to make them pay. That is not your job. Your job is to rise above it, to stay in your power, and to keep walking in integrity. The moment you understand that karma is doing its work, that's the moment you can truly let go. You can stop fighting back, stop worrying, and stop stressing about when or how they will get what's coming to them. Because the truth is, the universe is far more efficient than you ever could be. It knows exactly what needs to happen, exactly when it needs to happen, and it will make sure the scales are balanced whether you see it or not. People who disrespect you are operating from a place of ignorance, arrogance, or insecurity. They may think they can manipulate you, control you, or hurt you with their words or actions, but the truth is they are only revealing their own weaknesses. They are only showing the universe how little they understand about the energy they put out into the world, and that energy will come back to them. Every lie they tell, every insult they hurl, every act of malice they commit will eventually return to them tenfold. It is a law of nature, an unbreakable truth. When you understand this, you don't need to fight them. You can sit back, watch, and wait as karma works its magic. When you allow karma to take over, you free yourself from the emotional burden of seeking justice. There is nothing more exhausting than holding on to anger, hatred, or resentment. It drains your energy, clouds your judgment, and keeps you trapped in a cycle of negativity. But when you let karma take the wheel, you release yourself from all that. You no longer need to carry the weight of the injustice you've experienced. You let the universe do what it does best, restore balance. And in that space of release, you find peace, you find freedom, you find the power to move forward without being weighed down by the past. What many people fail to realize is that karma is not always an immediate response. It doesn't always come in the form you expect, and it certainly doesn't always happen on your timeline. You might see someone who has wronged you seemingly get away with it, but don't be fooled. Karma is never late. It doesn't need to follow your schedule. It doesn't need to look the way you think it should. And sometimes karma works in ways that are far more impactful than you could ever imagine. The universe knows exactly what to do to teach them the lesson they need to learn. It may not happen in the way you envision, but rest assured it will happen. There is also an immense amount of power in watching karma unfold. When you refuse to get involved in the drama, when you refuse to retaliate, you are in a position to witness the consequences of their actions. And let me tell you, there is nothing more satisfying than watching someone who has disrespected you face the repercussions of their behavior, all without you lifting a finger. It's a reminder that you don't need to be the one to make things right. The universe is always a few steps ahead of you, and it has a way of putting people in situations that reflect their own actions. When you hold your peace, you give the universe the space to handle everything for you, and it does so in ways that you could never orchestrate yourself. There is also an important truth to understand. Karma does not always come in the form of direct punishment. Sometimes it is simply the universe removing people from your life who no longer serve your highest good. People who disrespect you, who bring negativity into your world, are often removed in ways that might seem painful at first, but in reality, it's a form of grace. The universe is creating space for your growth, for your elevation, by moving these people out of your life. You may not see it right away, but as you continue to walk your path, you will look back and realize that those who hurt you were simply obstacles that had to be removed for your journey to continue. Remember, karma is not about revenge. It's about the natural flow of energy. It's about balance. The universe operates in harmony, and when someone tries to disrupt that harmony, the consequences are inevitable. You don't need to carry the weight of justice on your shoulders. You don't need to feel that you must right every wrong. When you allow karma to do its work, you're surrendering to the natural order of things. You're trusting that everything that happens is part of a bigger picture, a bigger plan that you may not understand in the moment, but that will ultimately serve your highest good. You might not always see the immediate effects of karma, but trust me, those who disrespect you, who dishonor you, who try to bring you down, will face the consequences of their actions. And when they do, you will realize something even more powerful. The moment you let go of seeking revenge, the moment you trust the process of karma, is the moment you reclaim your power. You free yourself from the chains of anger and resentment. You stop being a prisoner to their behavior, and in that freedom, you become unstoppable. So let karma speak for you. Let the universe do what it does best, and trust that those who disrespect you will eventually face the consequences of their actions. When you release your need for justice, you allow the universe to handle everything for you. You keep your peace, and you move forward with your life, knowing that karma never forgets. It will always deliver what's deserved, and when it does, you'll be standing tall, unshaken, and stronger than ever. Your growth is the greatest form of revenge. Let that sink in. The world often tries to teach us that we must get back at those who hurt us, that we must prove to them that they were wrong, that we must show them they cannot disrespect us without consequence. But in reality, the most powerful way to handle disrespect, betrayal, or mistreatment is not to engage in battle. It's to grow, it's to rise above the situation, to become the very best version of yourself, and let that growth speak for you. Your evolution will be the undeniable proof of your strength. People who hurt you, who try to bring you down, want to see you falter, to see you stay stuck in anger or bitterness. But when you use their negativity as fuel for your personal growth, you shift the narrative. You become unstoppable. When you choose to focus on your own growth instead of on the people who have wronged you, you transform your pain into power. Every obstacle, every challenge, and every setback becomes an opportunity to level up. You can either let their words or actions define you, or you can take those moments and turn them into stepping stones. You are the author of your own story. You can choose to be the victim, or you can choose to be the hero. The moment you choose growth, you take control of the entire situation. You stop allowing their disrespect to have any hold over you. The greatest revenge is not about bringing someone down to your level. It's about showing them just how powerful you are by rising higher than they ever thought possible. When they think they've broken you, when they believe they've gotten the best of you, your growth will prove them wrong. They will watch in awe as you rise from the ashes of their disrespect and transform into something they never anticipated. This is not about proving a point to them. It's about proving a point to yourself. It's about showing yourself that you are capable of achieving greatness regardless of the negativity thrown your way. Every step you take toward growth is a slap in the face to those who have tried to hold you back. Every time you make progress in your life, you send a message. You tried to knock me down, but I'm still here, stronger than ever. Your success, your happiness, your peace, and your evolution are the best responses you can give. They will not be able to touch that. No insult, no hurtful comment, no act of disrespect can ever take away what you are building within yourself. The more you grow, the more you elevate, the more you show them that their words mean nothing. Your actions, your accomplishments, and your transformation will be the ultimate proof that they never had the power to break you. People who disrespect you are often stuck in their own pain, their own insecurities. They lash out because they are hurting inside. But when you focus on your own growth, you stop becoming a mirror for their negativity. You stop letting them control your emotions state. Instead, you become a mirror for your own potential. You become someone who inspires others to rise above adversity. You stop reacting to their disrespect and start acting in alignment with your highest purpose. You stop allowing their behavior to dictate how you feel. You control the narrative, and as you grow, you realize something profound. There is no greater revenge than living a life that is beyond their wildest expectations. When you rise, you stop looking back. You stop wondering what they think of you or what they are saying behind your back. Their opinions, their judgments, their disrespect become irrelevant. You have your eyes set on a bigger vision, a greater purpose, and nothing can derail you from that path. Every time you reach a new level of success, every time you achieve something they thought was beyond you, you prove that they were wrong about you all along. Their attempts to hold you back only made you stronger, sharper, and more determined. In the process of growth, you learn to let go of the need for validation. You stop seeking approval from those who have never believed in you. You stop waiting for them to recognize your worth. Instead, you find validation within yourself. You realize that their opinions don't define your value. You have all the tools you need within you to create the life you deserve. And the best part, as you grow, you begin to surround yourself with people who support your journey, who lift you up, and who celebrate your successes. You realize that your growth attracts the right energy into your life. As you evolve, you begin to realize that the universe rewards those who commit to their own transformation. Every time you move forward, no matter how small the step, you gain momentum. You begin to understand that growth is not a destination, it's a journey. And on that journey, there will be obstacles, there will be setbacks, and there will be people who try to hold you back. But each obstacle is an opportunity to become stronger. Each setback is a chance to learn and evolve. And each person who disrespects you is just another lesson in resilience, in strength, and in the power of focusing on your own growth. The more you focus on becoming the best version of yourself, the less space you have for negativity to occupy. Your growth is not just for you, it's a gift to the world. It's a statement to everyone who ever doubted you, to everyone who ever tried to bring you down. It's proof that no one can ever take away your power unless you allow them to. It's proof that you are not the sum of their words or actions, but the sum of your own dreams, your own hard work, and your own dedication to becoming something greater. When you focus on growth, you stop being affected by the small-minded people around you. You stop letting them hold power over you. You stop allowing them to dictate your worth. The more you grow, the more you realize that revenge has no place in your life. There is nothing more powerful than being able to look back at the people who disrespected you and realize that their actions no longer affect you. You don't need to get back at them. Your growth is the ultimate statement. They will look at your success, your peace, your happiness, and they will know they couldn't break you. They will know that they were never strong enough to stop you from becoming who you were always meant to be. Your evolution will be their silent punishment. It will be the final word in the story they tried to write for you. And you will be the one to turn the page, to write a new chapter that is entirely yours. Releasing the need for validation frees your energy. This is a concept that can change everything. Think about how much of your time and effort has been spent seeking approval, trying to please others, or waiting for recognition. Every moment spent chasing validation is a moment you could have used to invest in your growth, your peace, your purpose. The truth is, when you rely on external validation to determine your worth, you are giving away your power. You are giving someone else the keys to your happiness, your confidence, and your self-esteem. You are allowing the opinions of others to shape who you are rather than owning your identity and living it unapologetically. The moment you release this need, you unlock a version of yourself that is free from the chains of insecurity and doubt. You stop seeking approval from people who don't matter, and you start validating yourself. You begin to understand that your worth is not defined by how others perceive you, but by how you perceive yourself. No one has the right to dictate your value. No one can tell you what you're capable of, what you deserve, or how far you can go. That power lies within you, and the moment you recognize that, you become unstoppable. When you stop seeking validation, you stop being a prisoner to the expectations of others. You stop compromising your integrity to fit into someone else's mold. The approval you once craved becomes irrelevant. You no longer need to wear a mask to gain acceptance. You no longer need to bend to the will of others to feel validated. You walk with your head held high, knowing that you are enough exactly as you are. The energy that was once spent on pleasing others is now redirected toward creating the life you desire, toward building the future you deserve. Letting go of validation also means letting go of the fear of judgment. How many times have you held yourself back because you were afraid of what others would think? How many opportunities have you missed because you were scared of making a mistake in front of others? The moment you stop caring about judgment is the moment you step into your true power. You begin to take risks, to take bold actions, and to follow your instincts without the fear of failure or the need for approval. You no longer measure your worth by the standards of others. You create your own standards. And those standards, they are limitless. They are not confined by the narrow minds of those who try to hold you back. This is where your true freedom lies. When you no longer need validation, you are free to create, to innovate, and to live authentically. You are free to follow your passions without worrying about how others will perceive you. You become immune to the opinions of those who never understood you, and you become magnetically attractive to the people who resonate with your authentic self. Your energy shifts. People begin to notice your confidence, your inner peace, and your unwavering belief in yourself. They are drawn to the energy of someone who is no longer seeking approval, but is simply being. And in that space of authenticity, you attract the right people, the right opportunities, and the right circumstances into your life. When you release the need for validation, you stop looking for outside sources to fill the void inside of you. You stop seeking confirmation from others that you are worthy of success, of happiness, of love. You begin to find that validation within yourself. You understand that you are already enough, that you have always been enough, and that everything you need is already within you. You stop chasing after something that was never lacking. Your confidence no longer depends on how others see you. It depends on how you see yourself. This shift in perspective is one of the most powerful transformations you can make. And it's not just about finding peace with yourself, it's about stepping into your power. The moment you stop seeking validation is the moment you stop dimming your light to make others feel comfortable. You stop shrinking yourself to fit into a world that never truly understood you. You start standing tall, unapologetically embracing your uniqueness, your quirks, your passions, and your purpose. You stop apologizing for who you are, and when you do this, you become magnetic. People are drawn to authenticity, to those who are not afraid to be themselves, who don't need anyone's permission to pursue their dreams. The beauty of releasing the need for validation is that it doesn't just impact your relationship with others, it impacts your relationship with yourself. You stop living in fear of rejection. You stop living in fear of failure. You stop holding back, afraid that the world will judge you. You understand that the only judgment that matters is your own. And when you release the need for others to affirm your worth, you become untouchable. You are free to pursue your goals, to take massive action, and to move forward in a way that feels aligned with your soul, not the expectations of others. In that freedom, you find your true strength. The more you focus on your own validation, the more you begin to trust yourself. You stop second-guessing your decisions, questioning your worth, or doubting your abilities. You understand that you have everything you need to succeed already within you. No one else can give you permission to be great. You are the only one who can do that. And as you step into this truth, you realize that the only opinion that matters is your own. The opinions of others become background noise, and you begin to listen to the voice inside of you that has always known who you are and what you are capable of. This process of self-validation is empowering. It is the key to unlocking your full potential. When you no longer seek validation from the outside world, you begin to trust in your own intuition, in your own decisions, and in your own ability to navigate the world. You stop giving your power away to others and start taking full responsibility for your life. You are no longer a victim of others' opinions. You are the creator of your own reality. So release the need for validation. Let go of the need for others to approve of your choices, your dreams, or your journey. Understand that you are enough and that the approval you've been seeking has been within you all along. When you do this, you will find that your energy is no longer drained by the opinions of others. It is no longer wasted on chasing after external recognition. Instead, you will feel more powerful, more confident, and more aligned with your true self than you ever have before.